A woman is parking her car when a disabled man in a wheelchair gets stuck. The woman gets out of the car and goes to the disabled man and says, "Is this place for you to stay?" The disabled man says, "Can you not see? There is a signboard here only for disabled people." The woman says, "Oh, so you are following the law." A lady police officer arrives and asks what is going on here. The woman says, "We will solve the matter ourselves. We do not need your help." The man says, "No, officer. This woman has parked the car in the wrong place while there is a signboard here for disabled people." Only the lady police officer says, "What kind of behavior is this? If he had been hurt, who would be responsible? Move the car from here." Quickly, the woman says, "Officer, you do not know me if I do not move my car. What will you do?" The lady police officer says, "I know you are a rich woman and you must have a lot of money, but the law is equal for everyone." And then the officer notes the car number and gives her a ticket. The woman makes a ball of the ticket paper, throws it, and says, "Do whatever you can. I will not pay this fine." Then a policeman comes, who is the woman's husband. The woman says, "Look, honey, this policewoman is misbehaving with me, and she has fined my car too." The lady police officer says, "Sir, she parked the car in the wrong place, and if this disabled man had been hurt, who would be responsible?" Then the disabled man says, "Sir, your wife is at fault and she is lying." The policeman says, "Be careful if you say even one word about my wife." Then the disabled man quietly starts recording a video on his mobile. The lady police officer angrily says, "You have made a joke of the law." The policeman says, "Which law?" "I do not know any law." Then the wife says to her husband, "Let us go. Honey, I am getting very late," and they start to leave. Then on the way, they meet an inspector, and the policeman says, "Inspector, I think you are not doing your job properly." The inspector asks why. What happened? The wife says that a lady police officer insulted me, and her tone was so inappropriate that I cannot even tell you. The inspector says, "Oh no, this is very bad." The lady police officer brings the disabled man with her, and the inspector scolds her saying, "Do you not know how to talk to someone?" The lady police officer says, "Inspector, I do not know what they told you about us, but you cannot scold us without knowing the truth." Then the disabled man says, "Inspector, they are blaming us. I will tell you what the truth is." And he shows the video to the inspector on his mobile. Then the inspector says, "I could not even imagine that you would do something so disgraceful." The policeman says, "It is not my fault. It is all my wife's mistake." The inspector says, "Both of you broke the law. You both will face the law," and he takes them away. We all should also follow the law. And if you do the same, then like, share, and subscribe to our channel.